Hey all, welcome to ShareTreck. This is Raj here, friends. We're going to look at what happened in the markets today and where we are going. It was quadruple witching, and I think Monday onwards things should get back to the normal, and we'll be able to find a direction where we are going. Let's get started. Welcome back, friends. As always, first let's go and have a look at the fear and greed index, and we'll take it from there. We ended yesterday at 73, and today we finished at 70. So the greed level is going down. People are becoming a bit cautious. They are looking forward to clues for what lies ahead. And I think we are going to see us move closer towards neutral as the days go by. Monday will give us some idea how we're going to proceed. The other thing I want to see is the stock market heat map, and you can see there's a sea of red. Mostly the Mag 7, Mag 5 are totally red to the great extent, and even the great Nvidia was slightly negative at the time of ending. AMD did very well though, and I think this has been a big sellout, especially for those people who are holding AI stocks. I think there has been a little bit of setback, the Mag 7 also. Now let's go and have a look at the TradingView platform and see where the things are resting at. And if I look at the Nasdaq futures, it's down minus 1.10%. The market is still open. I'm recording at 4:25 p.m. on the 15th of March. My objective is to get this out to you as soon as possible and start my weekend. And I'm going to look at QQQ. Post-market QQQ is up 0.09%, but during the day it dropped minus 1.19%, and it has fallen out of this line of support. It has fallen out of the bull channel, so it's a matter of concern. I still have hope that we may get pushed up by this support at 429.59. However, the fact that momentum is at 50% is neither here nor there. We'll wait and see what happens on Monday, and that will give us some clues. Let's look at VIX. VIX has stayed more or less where it was the previous day. Attempted to go up but couldn't. You can see we have a nice resistance out here at 16.05, which has performed time and again. So we are likely to be within these two ranges. S&P 500 was down 0.99% during the day, and post-market it's up 0.05%. S&P 500 also has fallen down below the bear channel, so the support line of the S&P 500 has also fallen below the bull channel, and therefore the support line of the bull channel has now been marked red as a resistance. We'll see what happens tomorrow. There is still a lot of juice in S&P 500 because momentum is above average, but it's declining rapidly. We'll see on Monday what's the status. Dow Jones was down minus 0.79%, and it has also fallen below the diagonal line of support, which means we are into bearishness. All the indices have gone down. Let's look at Russell Index, and Russell Index was positive for the day, but it has been on a steady decline. It's on a bear channel already, and momentum is not looking that great out here. It's average, so nothing big to write home about. And if you look at put call ratio, it's slightly bullish but almost neutral, I would say. We want to be around 0.70, but we are at 0.81. I'll take that anytime, so that's a positive sign for us in my opinion. And in terms of breadth of support, the breadth of support has been dropping steadily, and it has dropped down to 70.97. Not a good thing. And then we go on to genomics. And in genomics, I'm just going to sort this out to have all the positive stocks on the top, the gainers on the top. Bluebird was up 6.77%. Still no word of their earnings, and the company has not yet replied to me about my query about when they're going to give the earnings. So I subscribed for their email alert. Let us hope that something pops up very soon. There was a handsome gain of 6.77% for Bluebird. Prime was down. Prime was up 3.85% and regained part of the loss that it had yesterday. And the stock is still looking weak. Allogene was up 3.67%. Stock still looking weak. And Intelia was up 2.83%. Again, RSI is looking weak. Beam was up 2.31%. RSI is looking good, and it's likely to move up further. We still have a resistance at 35.78 that needs to be broken through, and our support, which is at 33.38, came into play today and pushed us up again. DNA was up 1.89%. It still has got resistance, which happens to be at 1.14, and I'm going to mark it red. So DNA is at $1.08, very weak at this point of time on the charts as well. Verve was down 1.54%, ended the day at 13.81. Chart is looking weak. CRISPR was up 1.31%, still playing above the support, which is at 70.68. I'm waiting for it to come somewhere around 70 and I'll definitely buy it. Caribou Biosciences was up 0.19%. It's continuing to make its stride up. However, I'm going to adjust this bull channel that I had created. It was very steep, so I'm going to put it out here. I'm adjusting it here. The momentum is still looking weak. It has a long way to go. But I fundamentally believe that this was a knee-jerk reaction and we got to recover from it. IMTX was up 0.17%, and momentum is just about average. It's difficult to say where it's going to go. Earnings are on 20th of March, which is a Wednesday, and we'll see what happens then. ArcG was up 0.11%. Eritas was down minus 0.25%. Chart is looking weak out here. Illumina was down minus 0.29%. Again, chart is looking quite weak. Bionano was down minus 0.98. Very weak chart out here. PSCB was down minus 3.07%. Still tracking the bear channel, and it's continuing to go down. I wonder why PSCB has suffered so much. I mean, a little bit of drop after earnings was okay, but it has gone down significantly. I'll do a separate video on PSCB very soon. Till then, let us go on to look at AI. I'm going to sort AI based on the winners on the top. AMD did very well with 2.14%. I'm really surprised how AMD managed to do this, while NVIDIA did not. And then we have Micron Technology, which gained 1.99%. Chart is looking great. Tesla was up 0.66, eking out a little bit of gain, and still got resistance at 165.84. And momentum is still looking very weak. So Tesla is looking weak on the charts. Oracle is doing well, but it's got overheated RSI. It's been overbought and it's trying to consolidate and cool off. But it did a very good performance today by notching a gain of 0.01%. And NVIDIA was down minus 0.12%. RSI was overheated. It had to come down. It did. The only thing I'm concerned about is that I was expecting that we're going to break out on the upside. Instead, we broke out on the lower side. So I'm just going to adjust the pennant out here for the time being until I get a feeling that the pennant is no longer in play. Because NVIDIA has got fundamentally good story behind it, I'm expecting it to break out on the upside for the bullish pennant. Just adjusted the bullish pennant again. Apple was down minus 0.22%. Chart is looking very weak. Intel Corporation was down minus 0.26%. Chart is looking weak. Qualcomm was down 0.74%. Chart is looking pretty decent, but momentum is unwinding. That's the reason why it was down. Very narrow range of trading. And Applied Materials was down 1.05%. Chart is still viable, but momentum is unwinding. Google was down 1.50%. And it had to break down from this area of supply that we have got here. So in the morning, it tried to go up above the area of supply, but it couldn't. It ended up inside the area of supply, and immediately it was pushed down. So against all odds, and the momentum has also dropped quite a bit, but still Google is viable. Meta was down 1.57%. It has fallen down from this bull channel that we had, and momentum is not looking great, but it's still above average, so I have hope for Meta. ASML was down 2.04%. Chart is neutral at this point of time. Microsoft was down 2.07%. Chart has still got a lot of potential, and this diagonal line of support can still sustain us going forward. And I'm going to convert this line of support of 421 into a resistance. And then we go on to Broadcom, which was down 2.12%. Chart is looking very weak for Broadcom. Amazon was down 2.42%. And chart is viable, but momentum is unwinding past. Tomorrow I'll hope that we continue to stay on this bullish line and the momentum will turn around. And then we are looking at Cloudflare, which was down 2.77%. Chart is looking very weak. ARM holding was down 3.05%. I am expecting ARM holdings to fall because the valuation is very rich, and we have fallen below the first line of support, which was at 129.89. I'm going to mark that red. And we also fell below the second line of support, which was 128.14. I'll mark that also red. Momentum is still decent, so ARM can turn around. If Nvidia starts picking up tomorrow, expect ARM to move up. FNG was down 3.66%, and it has fallen below the line of support, so it's definitely in a bear channel. It's gone below 309.85. So friends, I'm going to reluctantly mark this red. So I think that we are going to be in a bear channel, and the rationale for that is that it has fallen below this line of support for the bull channel, which becomes red now. It has also fallen below the line of support here for the horizontal line of support, and because of that I'm marking it red. And I never expected FNGU to do this. I had my suspicions, but I didn't expect it to do this. But because it has done that, I think I would say Google, Microsoft, all of them are going to be tainted by this move. So I'm looking forward to the start of a bear channel. I have some money left. I'll do dollar cost averaging and buying. Palantir was down 3.85%, well below the diagonal line of support of the bull channel, and momentum is also starting to look neutral. SMCI was down 5.42%. Still, the momentum is viable. Momentum is pretty high. It should be able to turn around provided Nvidia does. Adobe was down 13.67%, basically based on weak forecasts. So the forward PE has fallen, and the market is readjusting the price of Adobe accordingly. There was a huge sale and a huge gap down which needs to be filled up someday, and momentum is also very weak. Friends, that was my read on the market this week, and next week I'm going to wait and watch and see how it proceeds. Our options were all closed on Friday, settled on Friday, so Monday we start a fresh cycle, and hopefully Nvidia starts picking up, and that will bring up the entire markets gradually. But if Nvidia continues to fall, I think we are in a bear channel, and I would expect some turn upwards somewhere closer to end of March and early April. So yeah, that's all I got for you today, and with that I would like to bring this video to an end. Thanks and have a great day. Bye for now. I'll catch up with you in the next video.